Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm in my 2006 Ford Focus again today, and I thought it'd be a good idea to do a short video on how to program up the key fobs with the car, because I've had this car nearly 20 years and I've only just found out how to do this, but it's come about out of necessity really, and it might be very useful to somebody. So I'll show you the procedure in a minute, but just to explain, I've had to change the generic electronics module or body control module in this car. This is the original one, and the reason being, I think some of the components on the boards inside have gone, maybe some of the relays, but the way they have worked the boards inside, they're essentially sandwiched together, so you can't service the components on it, you can't unsolder them, so or even test the relays. But we had various things that were not working in here, like the interior lights were not coming on and the rain sensor and things weren't working, and I believe that's relay power, and the central locking wasn't, the remote central locking wasn't working either. So I sourced one from scrap and swapped them over yesterday, and now we've got lights again, so that's all looking good. But just explain on swapping these over, on the module itself, I'll just take the camera here. There is obviously the part number here. Don't know whether it'll focus. Not very good at focusing this camera, is it? But it's not really designed for this, I suppose. Ford 4M5T, and then a load of numbers, and then 2 letters, and that's DH on the end there. Now, if you're looking for another one of these, you need to match the first 4 letters. The rest of it doesn't really matter too much, but then you need to match the next letter. So I don't know whether D in this instance stands for diesel or what, but it happens to be a D, and this H on the end. We've got similar codes on the one that's down there, that's plugged in at the moment. But that's the important thing, I think. If you're getting a spare, match the first 4 and the first letter of the last section there, and then it should just plug in. And obviously, if there's any, you've got a code reader and things, you can check codes, check out, run a test on that module as well. But on to this procedure for resetting the keys. I've got 2 key fobs for this car, but only one of them is working currently, because Joe had the other one when she went out to work yesterday, so I couldn't program it up. So this one is operational, and this one does nothing. I've checked it, I've changed the batteries in them as well recently, because we hadn't used them for ages, because it's been a problem for so long. But in order to program them, you have to put the car, the module, into programming mode, and then you have to program, well, as many keys as you have, one after the other. So to put it in programming mode, you put the key in the ignition, and you move it between, don't start the car, but where you've got your position 1 and 2 there, you have to switch it on and off 4 times, and then you hear a beep, and then you take the key out and you press a button on the key fob, and then you'll hear another beep, and that means it's registered. And then you go to the next one and press it again, and it registers. So I'll just try this out now. You can see what's happening. I've set the alarm off now, and that's because I've just locked the car with me in it. Let's just turn that off and cancel it. Right, so put the key in, and you need to switch it backwards and forwards, I think about 4 times within 10 seconds. So on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. You hear a beep, take the key out, press a button, and then get the next one, press a button. Right, that should be programmed up. So this one was the one that wasn't working before. Okay. So now I'm hoping, I should probably set the alarm off again if I do this, but if I lock it, nothing happens. No, yes, it's locked and it's unlocked. So there we are. That looks good. And again, that's operational. That's operational. So that looks like that has programmed both of those keys now. So that's quite an easy procedure. I'd originally thought that was something that you needed software to program, but I think it's just the immobilizer bit that you have to do with the software, something like ForScan. But the remotes, they're quite easy to program just by moving it into programming mode, as I've shown you, and then eventually it'll time out of that, so you can't program anymore. But if you need to add any more keys, you have to do them all again, one after the other. So I hope that's useful, and be a help to somebody. I know, you know, I did Google search it, and it's on Google, but I don't think there's any videos actually demonstrating this, so I think that'll be useful to somebody. Take care. Bye bye.